Hello and welcome back to the Make Me Believe podcast. Join us by the campfire, our campfire crew, as I tell my wonderful wife, Kaylyn, you want to say hi?
Hi.
Some scary stories and efforts of making her believe in the paranormal. Oh my goodness. I was doing so well, and I even tried to. I was like, I'm winging it. I'm going for it. I'm not prepping this. Oh my goodness. Okay. I
believe in enamel.
Enamel. All right.
She believes
it. All right. So we're getting there. Anywho, as I try to get her to believe in the paranormal, supernatural, and frankly anything that goes bump in the night.
And how's that working out for you, my lovely husband, Adrian? You want to say hi?
Hello. I don't know how it's working out because
you just said enamel instead of paranormal.
Yeah, no, it's not just that. It's because we've been told I forgot to end the last two episodes with a very important question, so we have no idea. So this is week 3 now, and we will find out what happens in almost a month's time since the last time I've asked this very important question. So we'll get into that later.
Yeah, that was our bad.
My bad.
Mostly, you're bad because I don't say it, but I don't even remember you not asking me, so that doesn't speak well for us either. Although it was over the holidays, so that's the only thing I can say. It was.
It's been hectic here at the house, and I was sick.
Mm-hmm.
I almost died.
You did not almost die. Quit lying.
I was on the verge of death. And then
dramatic.
And then we did some. I don't know. We just saw a lot of family.
Mm-hmm. And then we went and saw Beauty and the Beast at Fair Park.
Yes, we saw the musical Beauty and the Beast. Absolutely fantastic time.
Oh, it was so good. I loved it.
That was great.
I want to go back.
You want to go? You want to go back?
I want to see it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
It was so fun. It was so cute.
We'll bring this up offline.
Yeah. And then they're doing Clue in, I think, June.
I am very excited for that. I would like to go see that
one so bad. I wish some of these were on our side of town versus having to go to flipping downtown Dallas.
Yeah, it's on the other end of Dallas. Which, if you're in Texas, and if you're going from Fort Worth to the opposite side of Dallas,
that's like an hour almost.
It's just about an hour's trip. Everybody else, they pull it up and they're like, "Oh, it's like 20 minutes." No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
Not in this state.
It is never 20 minutes.
Mm-mm. It takes us almost 20 minutes sometimes to go from our house to the boys' dojo.
Mm-hmm. This is true. So how you doing?
I'm good. I was a busy little beaver today.
You have been.
Yeah.
You and me both.
Yeah.
We've been both working our butts off. Me, I was working the job, doing planes.
Yeah.
And I just got home like maybe an hour ago. Yeah.
Yeah, about an hour ago. And then I
ate some dinner, got some.
Yeah, because I made dinner.
You
Be
did.
jealous.
Mm-hmm.
And what'd you eat?
She made me some bang bang shrimp.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was good.
It needs to be a little spicier,
Just a little bit more kick.
Yeah. Maybe I'll put some red pepper flakes in it next time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Give it a little kick.
Yeah, but it was good.
I enjoyed it.
Although the shrimp stabbed me twice.
Hold on. Before you get into this.
I'm sorry.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Haunted Oven.
Oh, my God.
Thanks for joining us as we go into what we've made for dinner.
We already talked about it. It's bang bang shrimp.
Okay,
but when I put the shrimp in the freezer, it poked through the bag, and you could probably see it from here. I got a hole in my thumb.
Yeah, you're missing your thumb.
Yeah, and then it stabbed me when I was taking off the shells. It stabbed me in the finger.
Well, that's not good.
It's not, so I smacked it.
I don't think I've ever been stabbed by shrimp.
Yeah, well, I've been pinched by a crab.
I've been pinched by a crab. I've been pinched by a lobster. I've been pinched by a lot of crawfish.
Yeah. I got stung by a jellyfish.
You did. We were at the beach and we were wading through the water.
Yeah. I remember.
And you were like a foot behind me. You were very close behind me.
Yes, I was.
And a jellyfish just went between us.
Son of a...
He just went in between us and brushed her leg.
And then he went in between my legs.
Yeah, and he just...
got me on the inside of my thigh.
Yeah. And just
I saw the little SOB too after he was done. I was like, what is this? Why am I burning? Like, what's happening? And then I looked over and the little SOB's just floating along. And I was like, I'm done. And then the lifeguard sprayed vinegar.
Yes. It was a vinegar spray.
Yeah. She at first didn't believe us.
No.
Like, she looked at us like we were making shit up. And I was like, you can look at my leg. And she goes, oh, yeah, that is the jellyfish sting. I was like, no shit. Do you think I want that stuff sprayed on me for no reason?
That was the worst vacation.
Yes, it was ever. It was not the greatest.
Oh, it was a little car accident. I hit a car with a golf cart. What else was there? A rock came up and hit our windshield and cracked the windshield from top to bottom.
That was not pretty.
You got stung by a jellyfish. We decided to eat. Like, I think my grandma really wanted to try this one seafood place out, and it was horrible. Horrible. It was the worst vacation.
Yeah, it was not. I don't think anybody was happy with their food.
No, nobody was happy. It was just, my goodness.
Yeah. At one point, we lost the boys were with your dad, and we lost them for a while. We're like, nobody was answering their phones.
Yeah. And then he calls us, like, what's up? Like, where are my children?
Where have you been? And he's like, well, where were you? Looking for you.
They went south, we went north, and it was just a whole thing.
Oh my gosh. We didn't catch any fish.
Nope, no fish caught. It was horrible.
Sad.
Yeah. Love fishing and didn't catch anything.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It was just
looking to redeem myself soon.
Yeah.
Very soon. Anywho, are you ready to get into all the spooky stuff?
I mean, I suppose so. How many stories do you have for me today?
I have 2 stories, and one came with an illustration.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I was supposed to put all of the videos and stuff up today, and I completely, all the videos up on YouTube, and I completely forgot.
You have till tomorrow.
I have till, well, then I'm going to have to do it afterwards, because we're busy
tomorrow. It's Saturday tomorrow.
Yeah.
Today's Friday. Today is not our normal recording day.
It does not feel like.
No, it does not.
Because we are on January 2nd is when we're recording this episode. So Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. Welcome to 2026.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to us help bring in the spooks for the new year.
The new year.
I love telling scary stories. I feel like I'm getting better at reading. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. It's just I thoroughly enjoy doing this podcast.
Yeah. It's fun.
I thank you everybody for listening throughout the year.
Yeah.
With us. We just started in September.
I think so. Yeah.
I think we started in September, and this has just been so much fun.
Yeah.
I've had more fun in this than I thought I was going to. And so I thank you everybody for listening.
He was hesitant about it at first when I was like, because I've wanted to do a podcast for a while, and he was real hesitant,
mm-hmm.
and was like, oh, well, no. Don't get equipment yet. Don't get equipment yet. And then I found, something that was a 2-person thing, showed it to him, and he was like, okay.
Might as well.
All right, do it. And then
did
it.
Nothing like a late trip in the evening to Walmart and making life decisions there.
I didn't get this from Walmart.
No, you didn't get it from Walmart. We were at Walmart when we decided to get it.
Oh, were we?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
I remember what aisle we were in.
Wow, you do? Where were we?
I do. We were passing the beer aisle.
Oh, that's funny. That's okay. So you know how we do culture night once a month?
Yes.
And we learn about different places and all that. Well, we're going to Brazil tomorrow.
And so, okay. All right. So back up. Culture night is whenever you invite your family and friends to come over to the house, and y'all choose a destination. Mm-hmm. And everybody makes a dish from that, either a drink or a dish.
Yeah.
And everybody brings it in, and then y'all learn about that culture.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. See, I listen.
Yeah, we learned fun facts, crazy facts, historical facts.
Yeah. It's an educational night.
Yeah. And so I am tasked with making the drink this time for Brazil.
Ooh.
So the first thing that popped up was an alcoholic drink. And while I have no beef against drinking, go for it. I don't drink that much anymore.
Mm-mm.
I was like, well, maybe I could try this alcoholic drink, because a lot of the time, the would it be Latino? Would they be Latino or Latino? Would that be what Brazil is?
We'll just go with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have super good drinks. Like, they know how to make good drinks. Like, I enjoyed my time in Mexico.
Okay.
But the main drink that popped up there was an alcohol that I'm like, where am I going to find this?
Yeah.
I guess it was equated to rum, but whatever the main thing is of rum that
makes it rum.
Yeah, is slightly different in this particular drink. And I'm like, there's some obscure place I'm going to find that. So I found something that was non-alcoholic that I have all the ingredients for.
Ooh.
I was like, yay!
Okay.
So anyway, you have 2 stories for me.
I do have 2 stories.
And are any of these stories longies?
Yes.
Are they both longies or only one longie?
Only one longie.
Okay.
So I will leave it up to you. Do you want the short one first or you want the long one first?
Which one's going to piss me off?
Yes.
That determines which one I want you to read first.
No, don't worry about it. One of them might piss you off, one of them might not. Or maybe neither of them.
Whichever one's by Dungeon Marshall. Read that one.
Neither of these are by Dungeon Marshall.
What, you don't like him anymore? Did you guys get in a fight?
We did not get into a fight. We're perfectly fine.
Dungeon Marshall, where are you? It's been a while, sir.
It has been a hot minute. I need to check out his page here soon and see if he's put anything else.
You just upset with him? You don't look at his page anymore?
Oh my goodness. Which one do you want? Long or short?
I don't want to pick.
You gonna pick.
I don't want to pick.
Please.
I refuse.
Please.
On the grounds that I don't want to.
Please.
You're not the boss of me.
Please.
Number 2.
All right, short it is. Okay. So, everybody, strap in. Hey, Kaylyn.
Am I allowed to talk now?
You are allowed to talk now.
Yes, Adrian.
Are you ready?
Bring it on.
A little lackluster there, but
Bring it on!
Oh my goodness, that scared the crap out of me. I'm not happy about that one.
I'm going to speak in my little girl voice for the rest of this episode.
Please don't. Okay, so this story is titled Hat Man.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. By Valquez 9. Reddit user Valquez 9. Valquez 9. Okay. For some context, I'm 37 years old, and I've gone through sleep paralysis a bunch of times in my late teen years to early 20s, to the point where it didn't even scare me anymore. When it was happening, I would realize it was just sleep paralysis and wait for it to pass. And I would be able to get out of it and not be freaked out and just go back to sleep. In my early sleep paralysis experiences, I had some hallucinations. But it got to a point where hallucinations stopped, and I would just need to wait to be able to move again, unfazed. Last night, I finally saw the Hat Man. But it was not true sleep paralysis. It was more of a lucid dream. I was sleeping on the edge of my bed, next to my wife and son. And I remember opening my eyes to see the outline of the tall entity with the silhouette of the hat and a big trench coat with the collar popped. When I opened my eyes, I was in the same position I fell asleep in, and my wife was next to me, and my son next to her, all in the same position as we went to sleep. Our bedroom looked exactly the same. So it felt pretty real. Anyways, the Hat Man picked me up.
What?
I'm nearly 250 pounds. Over his shoulder, more like a piggyback ride position, and started walking towards our bathroom door. And I couldn't move or scream, much like sleep paralysis. I finally gained the ability to move my right arm as we got right in front of the bathroom door, which was closed. I took my hand and put it on the back of his head, which had no hair, but he was scaly.
Ew.
Much like Freddy Krueger, but the skin was kind of gray and not red and brown like Freddy's, and started slamming his face into the bathroom door to try and escape. For added detail, I wear contact lenses and glasses while I'm awake. In my dreams, I was not wearing my glasses, and my eyesight was bad as in real life, so it felt really real. After I got a few shots on him against the door, he went through it like a ghost, as if he was trying to carry me through the door. Me still having my hand on his head, my arm went through the door up to my elbow. At that point, I started to be able to kick my legs and was doing everything I could to get off this guy's back. That's when I woke up in the same position I fell asleep in, next to my wife, who is next to my son, in the same position I was in when I saw the Hat Man. I reached for my phone and it said to myself, "Watch, it's going to be 3 a.m. But it was only 2, which gave me a little relief. I remember saying out loud, "So that was the Hat Man, huh?" And thinking, wow, I have not had sleep paralysis in a while. But then again, it was not really sleep paralysis, but a very lucid nightmare. I rolled over to face the other direction, so if I woke up and he was standing there, I wouldn't be able to see him. Fell back asleep within 2 minutes, unfazed surprisingly. I hope I don't see the Hat Man again, but then again, I did a pretty good job whooping his ass. Any thoughts? The end.
I mean, at least he fought, you know?
Yeah, good for you, dude. Good for you. I felt like we needed a little bit of a cleanser. It was short. It's a guy's real life experience.
Just got thrown over his shoulder like a sack of potatoes.
You got thrown over like a sack of potatoes. So we know that the Hat Man is extremely strong.
It's like Superman, Lex Luthor, and Freddy Krueger all had a baby together.
Oh, okay.
He said scaly. I mean, I didn't think Freddy Krueger was
I was
scaly,
going with Predator.
Oh.
They're strong.
Oh, see, that's where we differ.
We do. We do. We differ in a lot of ways. Mainly this story. This is the big point where we just split.
Yeah, because when he said scaly, I was like, that's not at all what Freddy Krueger looks like. Freddy Krueger is burned. You don't get scales when you're burned.
I think that's the best way to describe it.
Scarred. Yeah, is how
scarred.
Like it's literally like when you have a piece of paper and you put, and it's got little flames on it, and it's just got little holes there. That's what his face looks like. Yeah. He had holes, and then the skin just very, in an ugly way, grew back, and proceeded to terrorize children for too many movies.
Too many movies.
Yeah, one was too many.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Just that's how I feel about Jason too.
Listen, okay, go to the Chills and Thrills podcast. You can listen to our ranking system and where I put those Freddy Krueger movies.
I would put them all at 0.
And just know, I have fun. I had fun, and I love talking about movies.
I love talking about movies too.
I love talking about Freddy Krueger.
But
that was great.
I did not picture him being scaly, and his skin also to me wasn't. Well, and I guess he said that it wasn't. Did he say that Freddy Krueger's skin was gray? Or was he describing the Hat Man's skin as gray?
I think he was describing the Hat Man's.
Okay. Here's my beef with this.
Okay, go for
it. When anybody has ever described the Hat Man, or we have ever heard stories of the Hat Man, the Hat Man is a shadow figure.
Yes.
He's a shadow. He's black.
Mm-hmm.
There's no colors. There's no definition of anything.
Has anybody been this close to him, though?
Allegedly, there have been people that have woken up and he's like standing right next to their bed.
Yeah, it's standing right next to the bed. I don't know. You can be at least a foot away.
What about the guy who
anything.
opened the door for him and let him walk right past him?
This is true, but was he on the Hat Man's back? Was he? Because I'm pretty sure he wasn't. Boggs, if you're listening,
I don't. And you didn't even describe the hat.
He described the hat.
Did he describe the hat?
Yes.
I don't remember the hat being described.
Saw the Hat Man. Saw the hat shadow. Trench coat with the collar popped. That's classic Hat Man.
Okay. That's right. Sorry.
Yep.
Coffee hasn't kicked in yet.
Coffee hasn't kicked in. It is 9 o'clock in at night.
Yeah, at this point, energy drinks and coffee don't even touch me anymore.
Okay.
I just drink it because I like the taste. But my beef with that is that this is the only story out of all of the millions of other stories that are out there that he has skin.
He has skin.
And it's scaly. I'm picturing now the one chick from Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Like, that's what I got.
Okay. So all the other stories aren't as close as this guy. This guy got up and personal.
And then kicked his ass.
Yep.
I also just don't know, would the Hat Man take that, though? Like, what was the point of the bathroom? Why were we going to the bathroom?
He was trying to go through a door.
Yeah, why?
Maybe that was a door to his realm. What if he was trying to take him to the other side? Yep. That's what happened. You almost got abducted by the Hat Man and taken over to the other side. That's what congratulations for coming out of that alive. I'm very happy for you. I want to know more, but I'm not sure that there's much more for you to say about this. Because you gave some pretty vivid details. And why are you staring at me like that?
I'm just watching you.
You're just watching me?
I'm just watching you.
Why are you watching me?
What up? Do you want me to look at the wall?
I don't know what's happening. You just had this this. Shut up, Adrian. You just had that
was not the thought running through my head.
I just want him to shut up.
No, that's how you look at me all the time. Yes, you do. Every time we are recording. Every time.
Whatever.
Do you know what movie I didn't outright hate, though?
Which one?
Halloween.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, didn't outright hate that one.
That was a good movie.
Yeah. At least there was some form of plot. She was still an idiot.
Let
me drop the knife without confirming this dude's dead.
Yeah.
You just, go psycho on that.
Screaming Jamie Lee.
Anyway, I like that he kicked his ass. Good job.
Good job, dude. Good job.
At the description of what he looked like, scales and bald and all that.
And that's just don't take that verbatim with the scales. It scales like Freddy.
But Freddy Krueger doesn't have scales.
Yes, and he's just feeling it. Maybe it's a language barrier thing. I don't know what ethnicity this guy is. I don't know what's happening. Maybe he just, that was the best way he could describe it. Could he have said leathery? Yeah.
That would have been interesting then to picture saying that.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, why would the Hat Man have that kind of skin?
Yeah.
He's just a shadow.
Is he?
Not really.
This opens up more questions.
He's not real.
This opens up more questions.
For the sake of this discussion, he's a shadow.
Uh-huh.
Not real.
Uh-huh. Are you sure?
100%.
Okay, maybe he's just encased in a shadow. Ooh.
You talking like the one chick in Suicide Squad? Moon? She's got that enchantress in her.
Oh, enchantress?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like at the end when she's in the mud and she comes out of it. She's encased like that.
Kind of, but not really.
That's where my brain went.
That's where your brain went?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking more like a shadow was enveloping him. And that...
Peter Pan.
Ooh. Just think about this. It's like a shadow-like armor whenever he comes into this world to observe, and now he's kidnapping, he's evolving, and anytime the shadow starts going away, he's got to go back home because he cannot survive in this atmosphere. What? Boom. Did we just blow it up? Did we just develop a whole new thing? Oh my goodness. Take it to the comments. No? Okay, whatever.
I don't even know what just happened here.
Listen, that was a burst of energy. I was super excited. You ready for story number 2?
Oh my gosh. You need to drink your juice, buddy.
I don't know what's happening now.
Drink your juice. My goodness.
Okay.
Wow.
Listen, I got to get off this story because I'm going to go on a tangent. The soapbox is out, and I'm ready to stand on it and just rant.
I like soapboxes.
I know you like soapboxes.
I love soapboxes.
Listen, I there's a compulsion deep inside me where I will find something and I just have to explain it, and I will go on a long soapbox. That
is me with everything.
Mm-hmm. So, are you ready for the next one?
No.
It's a longie, so be prepared.
Oh my gosh. We have to go to bed at some point.
Yeah, but not right now.
Oh my gosh.
I'm waiting on you.
For what?
Are you ready?
Bring it on.
All right, fantastic. Thank you. Okay, so this next story, our final story, is called The Candleman.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Nope.
It's by Reddit user Necrobats. The Necrobats. I just had to do it that way.
I like the username.
Right?
It's a pretty badass username.
It's the-NEKRO-bats. Okay, whatever.
I like it.
I like it.
Is
Good
there
username.
some sort of hidden agenda or hidden, like...
It has a K instead of a C.
Okay. Is that like supposed to
Necro, that's spelled with a C.
Yeah, normally, yeah.
Yes. But this has a K.
Yeah.
So it's special.
Yeah.
So it's better.
I mean, I think people with K's in their name are better.
Shut up, Kaylyn. With the K. Anywho, okay. All right. The Candleman.
You're so easily distracted.
I am. Holy crap.
I love it.
All right. Getting into it. The river fog came in early that Saturday night, rolling off the black water like smoke from a fresh wound. It slicked over the cracked sidewalks and leaned against the dead windows of the old factory district, blurring the streetlights into pale coins. By 9 o'clock, the town felt underwater, every sound muted except for the occasional hiss of a passing car and the distant horn of a freight train that never seemed to get any closer. I stood in the middle of Harrow Street with my hands stuffed into my hoodie, listening to my friends' shoes crunch on broken glass behind me. We'd been drinking cheap beer at Nico's place, watching horror movies with the volume cranked up, when Jonah told us the story. The Candleman. The name stuck in my head like a splinter that just kept digging. Last chance to bail, I said without turning around. Casey snorted beside me. You say that like we're gonna let you go into the death factory alone. Nico, shorter than the rest of us, and swallowed by his denim jacket, jogged up until he was in the step on my side. Also, you still owe me for the beer. If you die, your mom's not paying me back. Morrow walked a few steps behind, the only one smart enough to bring a flashlight. The beam cut through the fog in a dull cone, sliding over boarded windows and rusted doors. She hadn't said much since we left, but I could hear her eyes on my back every time I slowed down. You sure it's this way? She asked. Old Harrow Foundry? Nico said. Yeah, just keep going towards the smell of tetanus and disappointment. I forced a laugh. The foundry? What was left of it? Had sat at the edge of town over a century. A brick skeleton sinking into the riverbanks where kids went to spray paint their names and scare each other with dares. But tonight, it felt less like a hangout and more like a destination. Jonah had been wiping his hands on a rag in his dad's garage when he told us, the air thick with oil and dust. A guy from his brother's crew had gone to the foundry one night last year. He came back without his little sister.
What?
Told the cops she ran off. But when he got drunk, the story changed. A tall figure in the fog. A candle burning in its skull. A scream like a blown-out speaker. And then, she was just gone. Urban legend, Nico had said. But Jonah hadn't argued. He'd just gone quiet in a way that made the hairs on my arms stand up. That silence is what made me say, what if we just go see?
What if you're not?
Now, slogging through the fog, I wish I kept my mouth shut. We turned off Harrow Street into the narrow road that dropped towards the river. The asphalt had chewed up and patched so many times it looked scabbed. On the right, chain link fencing sagged under dead vines. On the left, the ground fell away to the black water below. The river barely visible where Mara's light skimmed its skin. God, it's like Silent Hill, Casey muttered, minus the budget. Hey, Nico said. We had exactly enough budget for a 12-pack and 2 bags of chips. Show some respect. I didn't answer. A shape was rising out of the fog ahead.
No, it's not.
Wide and low and broken at the top. What was left of Harrow Foundry. Up close, it looked worse than I remembered. The roof was mostly gone, leaving only rusted beams and jagged sketches of walls. The main entrance was choked with rubble. Half buried in the debris was a metal sign that read, Harrow Talry. The missing letters like teeth knocked out of a grin. Empty windows stared blackly. Edges with broken glass. Across one wall someone had spray painted, No God Here, in dripping letters. Cheery, Casey said. Mara's beam crossed a bent chain link gate. A plastic warning sign, once bright, was faded, almost white. Danger. Keep out. So, naturally, Nico said, we go in. We squeezed past the edge of the gate. Inside the yard, the gravel was uneven. Puddles of black water reflecting distant streetlights. The air smelled like wet rust and something sour beneath, as if a century of smoke and fat had soaked into the ground and never left. Okay, I said, trying to sound casual. We hit the main floor, snap a few pics, then bounce. Post 'em, laugh at Jonah for being dramatic, and if we see him, Casey asked. See who? Nico said. Casey rolled his eyes. The candle dude, Mr. Wax Skull. My throat felt dry. Then we finally get you the TikTok fame you've been begging for. Mara stopped walking. Her light had landed on a narrow stairwell that sank into the building side. The concrete steps were cracked. The banister rusted into lacy holes. Above the stairwell, someone had painted a crude candle, yellow drips running down its side. A red pool at the base. Basement, she said. Hard pass, Nico said immediately. Basement, I repeated.
No.
The story said he came from below, from the vats.
Stay there.
Casey stared at me. That story also said, never go looking for him. Genius. Maybe it was the beer. Maybe it was the fog. Maybe it was Jonah's face when he mentioned his brother's friend. The way his expression went slack, like something inside him was sinking. Whatever it was, I felt pulled. We go down, I said. Real quick, just to say we did. Mara looked like she wanted to argue, then just shook her head. I'm not staying up here alone. Nico muttered something about bad decisions and early funerals, but he followed as I started down. The steps groaned under our weight and shed little flakes of concrete with every footfall. The fog thinned as we descended, replaced by a wet chill that seeped through my shoes and into my bones. Mara's light, strong up top, seemed to shrink and weaken, swallowed by the dark like a match. I hate this, Nico whispered behind me. At the bottom, the stairs opened into a wide room. The ceiling was low and crisscrossed with rusted pipes. From them hung thick drips of old wax turned gray with age. The floor was a patchwork of cracked concrete and open pits filled with shadow. Against one wall loomed massive vats, their rims crusted with hardened pale layers. Okay, that's gross, Casey said. Is that old tallow? Mara answered quietly. Rendered fat. They used to make candles from animal fat. Sometimes even from... Please don't finish that sentence. Nico cut in. I walked towards one of the vats. Mara's beam slid over the rim, catching an uneven surface of bubbles and drips, and here and there a darker stain that made my stomach twist. I imagined someone falling in, screaming, bones boiling. I shook the image away. All right, we saw the vats, Nico said, his voice a little too high. We did the thing. Can we leave before we catch a ghost-born disease? A faint click froze us. It sounded like glass tapping glass. Mara snapped the beam in that direction. The room looked empty. What was that? Casey whispered. Probably just something settling, I said, but my voice sounded thin even to me. Clink. Louder this time, followed by a soft, dry rattle that sounded like teeth chattering. The light caught a piece of chain swinging slowly from a beam near the far wall, as if someone had just brushed past it. Mara's hand shook. That wasn't the wind. There's no wind down here. Nico took a step towards the stairs. Okay, nope, I'm out. We saw the vats. We heard the haunted chain. 10 out of 10. Leaving now.
My man.
The air felt tight in my lungs. The room was holding its breath. We came for proof, I said. A picture at least.
No, leave.
Otherwise, Jonah's just going to say we're too scared to really look. Jonah isn't here, Casey said sharply. We are. And whatever made that sound is also here. I rolled my mouth to argue, but a new sound rolled through the dark and turned everything in my body to glass. It started low, a vibration in my ribs, like someone had turned on a huge amp in the next room. Then it shot upwards, jagged and brutal, into a screaming feedback shriek that ripped the air apart. It didn't sound like a voice. It sounded like a recording of a scream played too loud through blown-out speakers, chopped into uneven clips and thrown at us all at once. Jesus! Nico yelled, clapping his hands over his ears. Mara dropped the flashlight. It hit the floor and spun, tossing wild slices of light across the room. The vats leapt in and out of view like tall, hunched figures. Upstairs! Casey shouted. We ran. My foot slipped on the first step, and I smashed into the wall with both hands. The flashlight beam whipped wildly, then stopped, pinning itself on something that hadn't been there a second before. Something standing in the middle of the room. Don't move, Mara whispered. The screech faded into a hiss of static, like someone slowly turning down a volume knob. My own heartbeat hammered in my ears. The figure was tall and narrow, its shoulders hunched. Strings of what looked like wax and tendons hung from its arms and limbs, from its arms and ribs, dripping but never quite hitting the floor.
Ew.
Its body was stretched thin, the spine a sharp ridge under the sagging remnants of clothes fused with hardened drips. The head was the worst. It was half-melted skull, bone and wax collapsing together, eye sockets hollow tunnels, From a crater in the top rose a single pale candle, perfectly straight, its sides ridged with old drips. The flame burned a sickly yellow-white, too bright for this much darkness. Yet it cast only a tight cone of light on the floor. Smoke curled from it, but instead of rising, it slid downwards, coiling around the thing's head like a slow, dirty halo. The Candleman. I didn't want to name it, but my brain did it anyways. It moved. It didn't lumber. It stepped, long, quick, like it was always on the edge of falling and catching itself at the last instant. Its knees bowed inwards, wrong, making each stride look broken yet horribly efficient. With its first step, it snapped its head down, as if staring at its own feet, lowering the candle so its narrow light swept over the floor. The beam slid over Morrow's dropped flashlight, over Nico's shoes, over my hand on the wall. Wherever it passed, our shadows misbehaved. They stretched tall and thin, separating from us, headless, each crowned with a tiny flickering candle on the stump of the neck. "Don't look at it," Morrow gasped. "Don't!" The Candleman screamed again. This time, the sound felt like it exploded inside my skull. It was the same blown-out feedback, but chopped into rapid bursts, as if someone were flicking a switch on and off, on and off. The pipes overhead rattled so hard, dust rained down like gray snow. My teeth buzzed. Nico scrambled up the stairs, half climbing, half crawling. Casey grabbed his arms and hauled him higher. "Move, Evan!" Casey yelled. "Go!" I tried. My legs were heavy, filled with slow liquid heat like melted wax. The candle's light swept forward, and my shadow peeled away from my feet again. I watched it stretch along the walls, its head dissolving, a stubby candle burning at the stump. I could feel something tugging at that flat, wrong shape, and through it, tugging at me. Mara slammed into my side and grabbed my arm so hard I yelped. The pain was enough. We charged up the stairs. Nico was almost at the top. Mara was just ahead of me. Casey stayed at my shoulder, breathing hard, muttering, "No, no, 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 no," under his breath like a prayer. The candlelight slid over our feet again. I saw both shadows, mine and Casey's, both stretch, both lost their heads. Mine snapped back to normal with a sick shudder. Casey's didn't. It froze in that headless shape, the little candle on its stump burning steadily. The Candleman screamed. The chop burst smashed into the stairwell like physical blows. The rusted railing rattled and then tore away from the wall. Casey had one hand on it. Suddenly, he had nothing. He pitched backwards with a strangled cry. I grabbed for him, fingers brushing his sleeves, but the scream felt like it shoved him down, like the sound itself had hands. He tumbled, hit the landing, and slid to a stop at the Candleman's feet. "Casey!" Nico yelled from above, voice breaking. The Candleman bowed low like it was examining a broken toy. The candle dipped close to Casey's face in that tight circle of light. I saw his eyes widen and unfocus, his lips moving soundlessly. His shadow lay pinned beneath him, still headless, its little candle flickering. For one horrible second, the creature just stared, like a man checking a wick. Then its jaws opened.
Oh no.
Where a tongue should have been, there was a rope mass of half-melted wax and pale spikes like tallow teeth. It lowered that maw to Casey's chest. The scream that came next wasn't the Candleman's, it was Casey's, but shredded, chopped and blown out in an instant, ripped from his throat and fed straight into the creature. The sound cut off in the middle like someone had hit stop. Casey's body jerked once, then went limp. A thin thread of molten wax slid from the Candleman's mouth into his, sealing his lips in a pale line. "We have to go," Mara said, voice raw. She yanked my arm. Everything in me wanted to go down instead of up, to drag Casey away from that narrowing cone of light, but the Candleman was already straightening for its full height, the candle in its skull flaring brighter, as if it had been fed. Its head angled toward the stairs, the candlelight reaching for us. I turned and ran. I don't remember exactly how I got up the rest of the steps. I only remember the slam of them under my shoes. Nico's ragged sobs somewhere ahead. Mara's grip bruising my arm, and they were bursting back into the open fog, leaving Casey's body in the dark below, lying in a pool of light that didn't belong to him anymore. We tore across the yard. Gravel slid under my feet. Behind us, I heard the wet, even slap of the Candleman's steps. Too fast, too regular, like a metronome someone had set to panic. We squeezed through the gap in the fence. On the road, the streetlights floated in a fog like pale halos, humming softly. "Car!" Nico gasped. "We need the car." We parked 3 blocks up near the corner store. It might as well have been miles. Casey would have made a joke there, I realized. Some crack about cardio or haunted Uber rides. The absence hit like a punch. We ran uphill. My lungs burned. I risked a look back. At first, was only fog. Then a thin, searching cone of light near the ground, jittering as it moved. The Candleman had reached the road. It moved faster here, those bowed knees almost touching as if strode uphill, head still bowed so the candle lit each step. It reminded me of someone who couldn't walk unless they could see exactly where their feet fell, like the light was a track and it was stuck on it. It screamed again. The blowout screech leapt ahead of it, rattling the metal of the lamppost. One of the bulbs flickered, buzzed, and then went out, leaving a black patch in the fog. "We're leading it right under the lights," Nico shouted. My brain grabbed into a piece of Jonah's story. The Candleman was drawn to candles and windows, to lone flames after midnight, drawn to lights, both his and ours. "If it needs light," I panted, "we need the opposite." "What, a cave?" Nico said. I skidded to a stop beside a lamppost. In its base, half hidden by weeds and trash, was a metal service box. "Evan!" Mara shouted. "What are you doing?" "Help me open this." I dropped to my knees and clawed at the lid. Rust flaked under my nails. Mara jammed the edge of her flashlight between the lid and the box and pried. The metal shrieked. The lid jumped up an inch. I got my finger under it and wrenched it open. Inside was a small breaker panel with a row of switch labeled in fading marker. H1, H2, H3. A cheery yellow sticker on the door read, "City property, do not tamper." The Candleman screamed again. Closer. The lamppost above us flickered. "Which one?" Morrow said. "All of them," Nico yelled. I grabbed every switch I could reach and slammed them down. Something thudded inside the pole. The lights overhead sputtered dim, then went out. Down the hill, the other lamps tied to the same line dropped one by one. Darkness blooming along the Harrow Street like a spreading stain. For a second, everything went very quiet. Then the Candleman shrieked. In the sudden near black, the candle in its skull flared, brightening its little cone. But there were no lights now. No street lights, no glowing windows, just the fog and that single quivering beam. The darkness beyond its reach looked thicker, almost solid. It hesitated, the long legs stuttered. Its bowed head turned in small, jerky arcs, with the candle describing a twitchy circle of light on the wet pavement, as if it were searching for paths that had been erased. "It's confused," Mara whispered. "Good," Nico said. "Let's confuse it from very far away." We should have just run then, but I couldn't look away. In that moment, the Candleman didn't look like a hunter. It looked lost, like someone trapped in a hallway of their own memories with all the doors bricked up. "It only knows where to go if there's light to tell it," Mara said quietly. Maybe the foundry was the last place it saw, back when everything was fire and lamps and burning fat. Take away the rest, and it's just stuck. Casey's face flashed behind my eyes, his shadow pinned and headless, the thin line of wax sealing his mouth. "Come on," I said. My throat hurt. "We're not losing anyone else." We slipped along the darker side of the street, keeping well clear of the candle's circle. The Candleman took no notice. Its frantic stride had become a slow, searching shuffle, the bowed knee almost brushing as it traced small loops in the asphalt, caught in some pattern only it understood. By the time we reached the brighter part of town, the sound of its broken screeches had shrunken to a thin, glitchy whine in the distance. At the corner, the street lights hummed steadily. Neon from the corner store painted the wet pavement red and blue. Nico sagged against the parked car, breathing hard. "I'm never making fun of your superstition again," he said. Casey would have said something sarcastic. The silence where his voice should have been pressed in around us. Mara leaned against the brick wall, her knuckles still white around the flashlight. Do we call someone?" she asked. "Cops? News? A priest?" "And say what?" Nico said. "Hey, there's a Victorian wax skeleton with a candle in its head stuck on Harrow Street because we flipped the breaker. They'll just arrest us for messing with the grid." I stared back down the hill. The old foundry district was just a dark notch in the town, a place where the fog sat heavier. Somewhere in that patch, a small pale flame moved in hesitant arcs. "If people keep going down there with flashlights," Mara said, following my gaze, "or leaving candles burning in the windows, he'll find a path again. He'll always find a path when there's a light to walk." I thought of Jonah's missing girl, Casey lying on the concrete while his shadow burned wrong. Of all the kids who came here for kicks with phones and cheap lighters. "What if we don't let them?" I said. Nico frowned. "Don't let who what?" "People," I said. "What if we were to make sure nobody goes down there at night with a light? At least on nights like this." Mara tilted her head. "Do you want to put a sign? Don't feed the cursed candle creature?" "Not a sign," I said. "A story. We'll tell them what happened. We'll tell them what he does. We tell them if they bring light, he follows it. Like an extremely traumatizing public service announcement," Nico said. "Yeah," I said. "Exactly like that." She watched me for a second, then nodded. Stories stick. People forget facts, but they remember what scares them. We walked to Nico's car in silence. The interior smelt like stale fries and fake pine, and it was the best smell in the world right then. As he drove, the normal sound of town slowly came back. TVs behind thin walls, a distant dog, the occasional car. It was like the world had snapped back into place. But there was a crack running through it now, and I knew exactly where. "Do we say his name?" Nico asked at one point. "Whose?" I said, even though I knew. "Elias Harrow, the guy who owned the place. That's who he was, right?" I stared out at the passing light, We're not telling anyone his name, I said. We tell them the rules, where not to go, and what not to do. That's it. Names give things power, Mara said from the back seat. Stories give people a chance. Eventually, Nico turned onto my street. Here, most of the houses were dark. Porch lights off. A few sagging decorations left over from some long-gone holiday drooped in the damp air. He parked in front of my place. So, he said, pizza and movies next weekend? There is no next weekend, Nico added quickly. And I mean, there is, but we're not going near anything abandoned ever again. Mara managed a small smile. You'll forget, she said. We all will. A little. That's why stories matter. I stepped out and leaned down to the open window. Hey, I said, if you ever see a single candle burning in a window after midnight, blow it out, even if it's not your house. Captain Trauma has spoken, Nico said, but he nodded. Mara just said, good night, Evan. I watched their taillights fade into the fog, then went inside. My mom had left a lamp on in the living room. A nice, normal lamp, soft, warm and soft. I stood over it for a long second, my hand hovering above the switch. I saw Casey again on the landing, his shadow wrong underneath him, the candleman bowing low to examine his flame. I heard that chopped, blown-out scream. I turned the lamp off. The dark that filled the room wasn't the foundry's darkness. It felt honest. I stood in it until my eyes adjusted, listening. No screech, no rattling chains, no wet footsteps on the streets. Over the next few days, the story spread like they always do. Nico told it once, then had to keep retelling it. He cut out some of the crying and added more running, but he kept the important parts. Casey didn't make it, and it was because they took light where they shouldn't have. Some kids laughed, some didn't. Enough believed that on the next foggy weekend, Harrow Street stayed darker than usual. A couple of lamps broke. People blamed the wiring, the town budget, and anything but us. Sometimes late at night, I'd wake up and listen. Now and then, on a really foggy one, I thought I could hear a faint, distorted wail drifting over the river, glitching in and out like a broken broadcast. It never came closer. The candleman was still out there somewhere, near the foundry, head bowed, candle burning, walking whatever paths of light people gave him, or denied him. With every switch, every screen, every careless flame. I don't know if we made things better or worse. I only know that the story travels faster than he does, and that every time someone listens, every time a porch light goes off a little early, every time a candle gets blown out at midnight, somewhere in that dark patch by the river, he pauses at the edge of his own thin circle of light and can't quite find the next step. And for now, that's enough for me to sleep. The end. Whew. Oh, wow, that was a long one. Go on.
Who was the jackass who said, oh, we're going to do pizza and movie next week?
That was Nico.
Nico's an idiot.
Yeah, that was...
Your friend just died. And you're like, pizza and a movie?
Yeah. No funeral, no nothing.
Nothing? What? You
Nope.
need to call the cops or something.
You need to call somebody. My
Because
goodness.
Your kids, clearly.
Yeah, they're old enough to drive.
But
At
his mom and dad are going to want to know where he is.
Yeah.
And you guys are all just going to go home like nothing happened?
Yeah.
He was murdered.
100%.
And you left his body there for one.
Yes, you did.
You told no one about it.
No, you did not.
Also, telling this story is only going to make it more intriguing.
100%.
Oh, it's going to stop people. No, it's not. It's going to encourage them because they want to see if it's real now. Oh, stories stop people. Really? Because I'm pretty sure your friend Jonah said his sister got taken there and you still went there. So it clearly didn't stop you, moron.
Correct. Before we jump even more into this, I have the illustration.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready for it?
Of what this thing looks like?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Not at all what I was thinking.
It's creepy.
It's very gross.
It's very gross, very grotesque, very damn. I love it. And very good illustration. If that's a hand drawing, you did phenomenal. If it's that AI stuff, it still looks fantastic. That's a great description. You described the thing amazing. I think there was a lot of great detail into this story, and it had me completely hooked the entire time. I got pissed off with how quickly they got over Casey's death.
Yeah, like what the hell?
But other than that, oh my goodness, that story, it got me.
Let's go have some pizza and watch a movie. I'm sorry. No.
I think this was a wonderfully written story, and it's gonna stick with me for a little bit. I can just think about it. And after I first read it probably about a week ago, I was like, oh man, that's insane.
I find it fascinating though that a man with a candle in his head has to have other light to guide him around.
That's the thing. Everything has its own rules. We go over this just about every time.
But he's got his own light right there so he can...
You can see.
So what do you need more light for?
I don't know.
It's because it's not like you can attack.
Is this technically cryptid?
I don't... Because it's quote-unquote human.
Humanoid? I mean, cryptids can be humanoid.
I don't know. I do know that one, it's not real, and and two, it that part it kind of threw me off. Where it's like, well, it's attracted to the light. It is a light.
Yeah. Good for them for noticing that and remembering that part of the story. In such a dire time, they needed to hear that, and it helped them get away from it.
Yeah.
Like I said, everything has its own rule.
Maybe if you just hadn't gone into the basement to begin with,
your friend could be still alive.
Your friend would still be alive, and then you wouldn't have had to run for your life.
Cardio, baby.
Being chased by a maniac.
Rule number 1. Rule number 1, cardio.
I mean, good gravy. Stories are going to stop people. Clearly, the one you heard didn't work.
Did not. Okay.
How frustrating.
It
was a good story, though.
Great story. Good job, Necrobats. Still great username.
It is.
I
thought it was the Necrobats.
The Necrobats. My name is Necrobats. The Necrobats.
There you go.
I like it.
It was good. I am a little irritated. I was right with it up until they were like, pizza and a movie next weekend?
Yeah, freaking Nico.
Maybe he did it.
Maybe he did. Oh.
Yeah.
What if Nico was the mastermind behind it all?
What if? Because who was the one who wanted to know if they were going to say the name?
Oh, was that Nico? Yeah, it was Nico.
So, and names do give power.
Because it was Evan, the main character. It was Nico, Mara, and Casey.
I thought there was a third or another one.
Jonah, I don't think Jonah went because they said they were going to go down there, take pictures for Jonah.
But I thought there was another one outside of Jonah. Maybe not.
No, I don't think so. I think that's it.
And like the majority of that story, you called her Morrow.
My bad. Okay, let's see.
Because I know. Because Mara didn't want to go down there. Evan didn't really want to go down there.
No.
Most of it was Casey who wanted to go down there, wasn't it?
Casey and Nico.
I thought, no, there was one that didn't want to go down there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, let's go with so Casey really wanted to get the picture.
Uh-huh.
Nico wanted to get out.
Yeah.
And then Mara was just kind of there. She didn't want to be by herself in the...
Okay.
Yeah, she's there like, all right, time to go down. And she's like, I don't want to be down, up here by myself.
Okay, so it was Nico who didn't want to go down there.
No, Mara didn't want to go down there.
Nico wanted to leave.
Nico wanted to leave. I mean, he was like, all right, let's do this. And then as soon as he got down, he's like, nope, it's time to go.
He's the only smart one at that moment, and then he became stupid at the end.
What if Nico is obsessed with the creature, and then he orchestrated the whole thing?
And only said he didn't want to go down there to make it more intriguing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like I said, what if Nico was the whole mastermind?
Muy interesante.
Yeah. I like it.
It's very interesting. I just said that twice in a row. Once in English, once in Spanish.
Good job. So proud of you.
I'm so fancy. Yeah, I don't know. Like, and it's why. So it's Victorian. They described him as Victorian.
Okay.
So how long has he been in this basement, and why did he only leave now?
Right.
That's
a good question.
That's if he's attracted to light. I mean, the basement is the worst possible place for you to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's no light down there.
Well, what I've gathered, listening to the story, Elias Haro is who they said that they believe that that's what that creature was. It was him.
Yeah.
They think that he died in the vat. So what if he's tied to that place and he just has to stay there?
Then how did he leave chasing them?
Well, yeah,
because he was on the road.
But every time, every day, like where he has to go hide, he just goes back there. Like he goes home.
But why?
Because that's where he died, and that's the place where he feels tethered.
But how did he get out? Because the rules are you can't leave from the area that you're tied to, and he left the property. He was on the road.
He was on the road.
Because I personally thought when they said that they had got through the gate, I was like, okay, he's not going to be able to get through the gate. He's stuck there. That's why he's never left before. And then when he's like, oh yeah, I could hear his feet on the ground. I'm like, oh crap, no, he's not.
He's still behind you. He's behind you.
He's doing whatever he wants.
I think maybe it was a Okay, let's go to a movie that you like. Meg.
I love that movie.
Okay. They are stuck down there. All the megalodons are stuck down there. And then whenever that ship blew up and it created a path, then they could exit stage left, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What if it's the same way? What if he is tied to it, but as soon as there was a path for him to go, he chased it?
But he could have had that path anytime he wanted, though. That's the thing.
Did he? Could he?
A human, I wouldn't feel like would be the thing that would do that. If you're going to use the megalodon bit here, it had to wait until there was a hole in the thermocline.
Yeah.
That was predestined by a human being there to cause that. There was no other way for that to happen.
Ooh. Okay. So we'll go. Okay. So don't know if it's cryptid. Don't know if it's a like a ghost or entity. Sounds kind of like a banshee type. What's up?
I'm just waiting for you to finish.
Okay. Like a banshee. So what if when the sun comes up, it resets? Every day it resets back to where it died. Ooh, she put her hand down.
So like a horrible Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
But why?
I don't know.
I know what it is.
Stuck in a time loop. What is it?
Not real. You walked into that one.
I did.
But even if it had this mystery spot time loop Groundhog Day nightmare.
Mhm.
And it resets every day. He's not getting out every day.
No.
Because
What if-
nobody else is seeing him. So
What if when the sun comes up, stretches over it, he disappears? And then whenever the sun goes down, he appears back in the basement.
that's a lot of work.
I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
It's a lot of work.
Well, thank you so much, the Necrobats, for that amazing story. I thoroughly enjoyed the story today. I kept the first one super short because I thought that was a good discussion.
Yeah.
I thought we could have a good discussion with that, and we did.
We had some shadows in both the stories.
We did. Hatman making another appearance. It's great. I've been looking for another Hatman story, so that checked off my box. And then the second story, that was very long, and I feel like that definitely. I feel like that kicked off a good conversation.
I feel like Nico probably needs some sort of therapy.
A lot of therapy. I
Yeah.
think they all need therapy after that.
And maybe call Casey's mother. I'm just saying.
Something.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Let's go have some pizza.
Yeah.
We'll smuggle some beer.
Not. Oh my god. Okay. All right. We're
Anyway, do you have any updates or anything?
updates?
Could
You
you-
ask all these questions.
Sometimes you tell me, and sometimes it's a surprise.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay. So we listened to. I mean, what we did.
we did get the update from Luis that we forgot to do the farewell of you asking me if I believe, and then me saying not even a little bit on the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, we did not. I messed up. That's
So-
my bad.
We're so sorry.
Extra evening and the real one.
So, our bad.
Yeah, my bad. Let's see. I don't think we have any updates.
Wow. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? Or do you believe in New Year's resolutions?
I really don't believe in New Year's resolution.
I don't either.
I don't.
I don't either. So, I'm curious, when do you guys take down your Christmas trees? Because I took mine down I think I took it down on Monday. So a few days after Christmas. It made me so sad.
I'm so proud of you.
I love having my Christmas tree up. Then I took down all the Christmas decorations outside
Yes.
today.
You did.
Because it's been incredibly hot in this state right now.
Yes. Okay. So no updates.
Okay.
Other than we messed up our outro. Last few episodes. So
We're sorry.
very sorry. So hey, Kaylyn,
Yes, Adrian.
I have a question for you.
I have an answer for you, and you're not going to like it.
Yeah, you're not gonna. Okay. All right. It's been 3 weeks.
It has, Adrian?
Oh my goodness! You better stop that.
Why?
You better stop that. Because you're creeping me out.
Isn't that the point of the show,
I don't know.
Adrian?
It's for me to creep you out. Don't try to flip the script. Okay.
But how is it that you can read all of these spooky, scary stories, but that voice scares you, freaks you out, makes you uncomfortable? How does that make sense?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
And that's the favorite thing for the boys to have me do to you.
Mm-hmm.
They call it my Chick-fil-A voice.
It's creepy. I don't like it. Anywho,
You have a question for me?
yes.
Sorry.
It's been 3 weeks since I asked this question.
It has.
So, hey, do you believe?
No, not even a little bit.
Okay. We'll get her eventually.
No, you
Thank
won't.
you. Thank you, everybody, for staying tuned. Thank you for all the listeners. And let's
Have an awesome new year.
have an awesome new year. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.